and welcome back to the Curio Stitches podcast. My name's Elly, or Elspeth, and you can find me everywhere online as Curio_Stitches or just Curio Stitches. I am recording today. It is the 1st of December. We're in Vlogmas season. This video is meant to come out yesterday. I've been so busy, I did not have time to sit and record, and I didn't want to rush it, so I thought I'd just come now and do this week's episode before I post the first Vlogmas video, which I've already recorded. So, yes, Curio Stitches. I am based in Devon, which is in the southwest of England, which is that way to you. Yeah, so today's episode I have got some knitting to show you, and I'm going to talk a bit about what you're going to see in Vlogmas this month. I'm still going to be doing my weekly YouTube videos as well. I have something in my eye, hold on, sorry. I'm still going to be doing my weekly YouTube videos here on the channel as well as the Vlogmas, because I know that not everyone wants to sit and watch short videos every day. You'd much rather just come for the main content. So it'll sort of be, some will be like this, where I've recorded it deliberately for the weekly podcast, and then some of it will be snippets from the Vlogmas videos that I've done and sort of combined at the end of each week, sort of thing. So, grab yourself a warm drink and let's get on with the show. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about this week is I have been working on my Ranunculus, and it's living in my basket. Baskets have been life-changing for me in ADHD. I see it, I want to knit on it. So, pattern out. The yarns I'm using are plush lace from Dublin Dye, and that's in the charcoal colourway, so that's this one. I hope you can see that. And then the second colour I'm using is Cumulus by Fibre Spates in the aubergine colourway, which is colour 922, which is this beauty. So I'm holding those together, and I'm still on the yoke. I'm sort of at the beginning of my round, but it looks like this now. Isn't it beautiful? Yes. And it's all soft and squishy. This is the one that Michelle and I are working on together. Now, I know Michelle's doing two, but that's because we were doing one together and she wanted to hurry up, and yeah, I'm slow because I have so much else on the needles. Sorry, Michelle. So yes, I love the yoke details so far. It's really squishy, and I definitely want to knit another one or something very similar. See, I don't get on with merino, not merino, of course I get on with merino. I don't get very well with mohair, so I substituted the mohair for alpaca. I think that's actually what she used in the pattern anyway. So yes, this is that one. So, moving on. Oh, I'm using, what needle size am I using? I'm using 6mm needles, which is a US 10. I'm using my Chowgu. So there we go. Right, the next thing that I have been working on is my little boo pullover, and it's by Tsuki Mountain, and I should have had this finished yesterday, but working with acrylic yarn is really painful for me now. I can do, well, I'll show you what I can do in a day. So this is it so far. So this is for our niece. I'll bring it a bit closer for you. Isn't that cute? So it's got little bats, and then it says Boo and Eek, and it's got colourwork bits and pumpkins and more little pumpkins at the bottom. So I'm just using acrylic because we all know toddlers, they like to get in a mess, and I don't want my sister-in-law to feel guilty if this gets dirty. I want her to just be able to throw it in the washing machine and not worry about stains or anything else. So I can do that much in a day. So 9 inches on a sleeve, which is about that much on a body sort of thing. But when it's colourwork, because you've got 2-stranded colourwork, oh, needles poking through, 2-stranded colourwork and 3-stranded colourwork. The 3 strands, this section here took me a whole day just because it's so intense on the hands. And this acrylic doesn't have any stretch in it, it doesn't have any give. So although it's stretchy like this, when you're actually working with it, or I have found when I'm working with it, it's so hard on my hands and my arms, and I've really been struggling. So I'm sorry that this is a bit late, Tsuki. It is my goal to get this finished this week, as you know. So yeah, I'm doing the size 4, 40, and my needle gauge when I did my swatch, which is just here, which I put on little mitten blockers. When I did my swatch, I was coming up a bit loose on my stitch count, so I went down from a 4 to 3.75 mil, and that enabled me to get gauge. So sometimes just that quarter of a needle size is enough. So this is why gauge swatches are important, because if I'd knit the whole jumper on this size, it would have been nearer to the 6T age size. So yeah, something to think about. Swatches are important. So yeah, and another thing is I did the body on circular needles. This sleeve's on hold, and this sleeve I was using my Chaogu mini circular needles, and I found it was just too tough going, even more so. So I swapped to DPNs, and that helped a little bit, because then at least I got a break just from going from one needle to another needle. That gave my hands a chance to sort of reset a little bit. The stitch marker I have had for years. I don't remember where I got it from, I apologise. So yeah, this is for a little niece. So what's next? Okay, so I don't know what to talk about next. Okay, so yes, the Yule pattern, the Yule socks pattern comes out today, or came out this morning, and that is for these. So this is my design. So the original pattern was these ones, which I knit many years ago, 9-10 years ago, and I only took brief notes, and so I had to read my own knitting to redo the heel, and here it is. So this heel is my bubble heel, that's its official name, a bubble heel, and it is worked from here all the way up to here. So it's sort of, there we go. So the yarns that I used for this sample are, sorry about that. So yes, yeah, so I need to finish these ones today, and then hopefully do the other ones tomorrow. I have 31 days worth of projects that I need to get done in 24 days. But these ones I've got, this particular project I can, if I need to, pick up again on Christmas Day and finish, because they're not going to be given until the day after Boxing Day, so I have that leeway, but they're just so nice and easy. So yes. So the final project I'm going to talk to you about that I'm doing, or projects, are from, again, it's for our niece, and they are in the Knitting Magazine issue 236. That's this one. And they are the Kenneth Carrot and Benjamin Broccoli by Lana Choi. Just find the picture. So they look like this. Aren't they cute? So I have started the carrot. I speak about that in Vlogmas, don't worry. And I'm going to be making both the carrot and the broccoli and the little ones in the little basket. So for the big carrot, I have the yarn over there, and I have to do something else with that yarn. You'll see. But for the little carrots, I'm using the same orange that I used on her little boo jumper. And then for the broccoli, Benjamin Broccoli, I'm using, they've all got the same brown for their little feet, but then for the body and the actual flowery bits, I'm using these two. So it's acrylic, but it's a lot nicer than like to knit with. So I'm using, it's just by Devonte, which is a range. Say that again. Devonte is a range only brand, so the chain store, The Range, here in England. So this one's for a screen, and this one's just in a little toy making selection. It's a pack of 10 25-gram balls of yarn. So this is the body, and this is the floret bits. And you can sort of see progress on those throughout Vlogmas. They should only take a day each. The broccoli certainly will. The carrot is going to take longer, but these things happen. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to mention this week is that this wall behind me is finally finished, which is why I'm sat recording in front of it. So all my bookshelves are back up. I'll insert a photo here while I'm talking. So the shelves are up, and all my lights are up, my plants are back up. I do still have a couple of empty spaces, but they have things planned to go with them. And yeah, it's back to me, and this is my studio dream wall, I suppose. This is my, oh, it feels lovely to be here, and it's everything I wanted it to be in this room. So it's absolutely lovely to be able to just sit here and relax. I don't sit here and watch telly or anything else. The way I've set up my room now, I can't really watch my television because my television is set up over there on my art desk. So unless it's something that is like a knit-along type video, it doesn't get switched on. So yeah. Okay, so I do have my yarn advent and my fibre advent to do today, but I'll put those in next week's episode because I'm opening them on the Vlogmas. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. The curiostitcheskal. That's still going on until the end of December, so the 31st of December. So if you're taking part, leave a comment down below. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.